Morning all of you, my dear students. Today's class is continuation class. I have completed 3 parts. This is the fourth part from 31 to 40. 10 one-word substitutes. One-word substitutes we will discuss in this session, my dear students. In this session, the first one is omniscient. Omniscient means, what is the meaning of the omniscient in this session? Omniscient means the one who knows everything. One who knows everything. That is the definition of the omniscient. Knowing everything. Knowing everything. That means he has a infinite knowledge. The person who has infinite knowledge, all knowledge, who is wise or knowledgeable, KNOWLEDG, or knowledgeable, or learned person, LER, learned person, having or receiving to have unlimited knowledge. One who unlimited knowledge, that person is called omniscient. God is omniscient. God is omniscient. Having infinite knowledge or understanding or very great unlimited knowledge or awareness, AWRENS, awareness. Omni means all. That is the meaning of that one. Sentia means SENTIA. Sentia means knowledge. Omni means all. Sentia means knowledge. That means knowledge of all knowledge. Omniscient means all knowledge, full knowledge, unlimited knowledge, unlimited awareness, having a very great knowledge, infinite knowledge. He knows everything. That kind of person is called omniscient. This word is usually used God, Almighty. God is an omniscient. He has an omniscience power, omniscient power. It may be used an adjective or a noun. And the antonym is or opposite is ignorant. Antonym is ignorant. Ignorant person, he doesn't know anything. He is a foolish person. That means omniscient we should not use for the human beings. We can't know everything. We have no infinite knowledge, or we have no infinite understanding or awareness. Only Almighty or God has infinite knowledge. I do not pretend to be omniscient, but I am positive about this fact. I do not pretend. I don't pretend. Pretend. P-R-E-T and pretend. Pretend means act. I don't pretend to be an omniscient. That is the usage. And then one more usage you should hear, my dear children. He is such a know-it-all, but he is not an omniscient. He is generally used for a human being, all, but he is not an omniscient. Omniscient is used for only Almighty or God or the Lord, my dear students. And then we go to the second one in this session. The second one is omnipotent. Second one is omnipotent. Potent means energy. Omni means all energy. All energy, potent means. Omnipotent, it is also useful for the God or deity. The one who is all powerful, all strength, power, caliber, and having great power. That person is called omniscient. One who has unlimited power or authority, because God is called omnipotent. God is called omnipotent. And that omnipotence refers to the idea. And He is all powerful. He has having unlimited power. He is able to do anything. That is the Almighty, Supreme, all powerful. Who is all powerful? Lord is all powerful. Deity is all powerful. God is all powerful. Being omnipotent, God has power. Being omnipotent, He has a power over a wind. God has omnipotent. The Supreme had omnipotent. Almighty has omnipotent. He is all powerful because He had a power over a wind or water also, and gravity also. He has a power in physics also. He has a power. God's power is power is God's power. God's power is infinite or limitless. Infinite, INFIT, infinite, E silent, or limitless. Infinite or limitless. That is the quality of the God. Omnipotent means all powerful, a great power, unlimited power, and infinite power. He is called. That is why God is called omnipotent, my dear students. We often stereotype a superhero, some of the persons, and omnipotent, but it is not. It is important to have some flaws, some defects also there, some mistakes, to false, FLA flaw, stereotype, well-known idea. But flaws means fault in some mistakes, some weaknesses. Flaw means mistake. As a human being, we may commit some mistakes. We are not potent, omnipotent. You may sometime we will feel weakness as a human being. But God is omnipotent. We often a stereotype as a superhero. We feel like that as an omnipotent. But it is important to have some flaws. We may be some weakness are there to make them human. That is the meaning of that usage by the student. And then we go to the next one. Third one is omnipresent. Omnipresent. What is the meaning of the omnipresent? The meaning of the omnipresent is who is present everything, everywhere. He is presented everywhere at the same time. But it is not possible for the human being. It is also possible for the Almighty or Supreme or God. Almighty, ALMIGH, Almighty or Supreme or God or Deity or Lord. It is only possible for Him, not our human being. Omnipresent means a widely, constantly encounter, widespread. That is the meaning of omnipresent. Omnipresence, the presence means is a noun form. Omnipresent has been used as an adjective or a noun. That means He is everywhere at the same time. Of God it is related, when we are talking about the God, omnipresent. God is omnipresent everywhere, at the same time, everywhere at the same time. Present or having an effect everywhere at the same time, that is a God. For example, he is a finite or unlimited, he is a infinite, not finite, infinite. He is ever present, ever present. Omnipresent means ever present. And pervasive, one word is also, omnipresent means pervasive, pervasive. That means, what is the meaning of that one? That means ubiquitous. 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 This is more important. This word is. Omnipresent is also called ubiquitous. Ubiquitous means it is a synonym of omnipresent. Same meaning. Omnipresent and ubiquitous are synonyms. Ubiquitous means it present or appearing or found everywhere. That is the meaning of ubiquitous. Omnipresent also present, appearing or find or found. What past tense of the find? A finding, appearing, presenting everywhere. That is the meaning of ubiquitous. The same meaning also omnipresent. These are the both are synonyms, my dear students. And especially of deity present places at the same time is, that means the God is universal. Omnipresent, ubiquitous means the God is universal. Universal. Universal means everywhere. God is unbounded, not bounded. Unbounded, unbounded. Not unlimited, unlimited. Unlimited area, unbound area. He is pervasive. He is everywhere. He is universal. God is universal. That is the meaning of the omnipresent. And the opposite is limited. Omnipresent means the opposite is antonym is limited area. Limited area. And bounded area. Bounded area. He is not everywhere. Restricted area. RESTRICT, restricted area. This is the opposite of omnipresent. Unlimited, boundless, unbound, unrestricted, universal. It is related to the omnipresent. That means everywhere. The usage also has given, my dear students, you can see technology has become synonymous with omnipresent nowadays. Technology spread everywhere. Everywhere in the society, entire world or entire universe. That is the meaning of technology has become synonymous with some persons, some students are pronounced mispronounced. It is called with this is the phonetic script, not with. It is not. It is wrong pronunciation. We should call with. Technology has become synonymous with omnipresent nowadays. Nowadays. That is the usage, my dear students. And then we go to the next one word substitutes is octogenarian. Octogenarian is someone who is 80 years old, not 80, 80s. That means octogenarian means not 80, 81 to 89. This is the in between. The person who is in between 80s, 81 to 89. That person is called octogenarian. Octogenarian means a person who has 81 to 89 years. That is the meaning of the octogenarian, my dear students. A person who is between 80 to 81 years old. That is called octogenarian. Octogenarian, a person whose age is in 80s. EIJHTIES, 80s. 80s means, what is the meaning of 80s? 80s means 81 to 89. That is the meaning of octogenarian, my dear students. And then we go to next usage also is there. What is the, for example, Saxogenarian. Saxogenarian, what is the meaning of Saxogenarian? Saxogenarian. Sexagenarian means a person who is between 60 to 69 years. That person is called sexagenarian. For a usage is, for example, she is very active. She is very active. But for an octogenarian, even though she is an octogenarian, she is an octogenarian. Even though she is an octogenarian, that means above 80, above ages, so she is very active. But one more example, my neighbor is an octogenarian and needed assistance. But he is an aged person, he crossed 80 years, but he wanted assistance, my dear students. That is the meaning of octogenarian. Usage is, my grandpa is an octogenarian. My grandpa is an octogenarian. That is the usage has given, and you should understand it is a common noun. Octogenarian is, and then between 81 to 89 years old. That means next important word is one word substitutes immigrant. What is the meaning of the immigrant? The one who settles in another country. For example, an American has settled in our country, he is immigrant. Our country, our people settled in America, that is emigrant. That is the opposite of emigrant. Emigrant is opposite word. Immigrant, these are both are antonyms, immigrant or emigrant. But the meaning is one who settles in another country. That is the meaning of the emigrant, a person who comes to live, who comes our country to live permanently in this country. He is called immigrant. A person who has come to a different country in order to live there permanently. For example, his family immigrated. His family immigrated. IMMA, immigrated. This is a verb form, past tense verb, immigrated. You should always remember, my dear students, the two letters will come following. We should pronounce only one letter. Immigrant is wrong pronunciation. Immigrated. His family immigrated to the United States in 1928. That is the one of the usage. A person has to come to a country that is not their own country in order to live here permanently. That is the meaning of the immigrant, my dear students. And then immigrant means he is a newcomer, alien. He is a settler. Settlers means immigrants. Settlers, it is one of the synonym. One also migrants. Immigrant means migrant or settler, and a person who leaves their own country in order to settle permanently in another country. That is the meaning of the immigrant. Next, the opposite is emigrant. The opposite is emigrant. The person who leave the country, from our country, he went to another country and settled there. That person is called emigrant, not immigrant. Okay, my dear students, don't confuse. It is not easy being an immigrant in the USA, United States of America. It is not settled there permanently. Living there, it is not easy process to settle there as a immigrant in USA. That is it's not easy being an immigrant in the USA. We settled in USA. It is not easy it is more difficult to settle permanently in that country. That means that is the meaning of usage, my dear student. And then next one word substitute is more important word, my dear student. Please listen carefully. Humanitarian. Humanitarian means, what is the meaning of humanitarian? One who cares about mankind. Already we have discussed philanthropist, altruist. Those are also service motive. They devoted their service to the human being, mankind, human being, fellow being. That is the meaning of the humanitarian. All the in society, all the people become humanitarians. We will become all humanitarians. That is more important for the human. As a human being, that is more important. Humanitarian means concerned with or seeking to promote human welfare. Human welfare. That is more important, my teacher. Human welfare is more important. That obviously a person actively engaged in promoting human welfare and social reforms. That is more important. Human welfare and social reforms. REFORMs, social reform. That type of person is called humanitarian. A person who is involved and in connected with improving people lives. Lives, LIVES, lives. Life, it is a plural, irregular plural. Life becomes lives. People lives. A person who is involved in or connected with improving people lives or reaching from the suffering. If they are suffering, the humanitarian, he did not come. He is ready to do service for the fellow human beings. That is more important. For example, our country is sending humanitarian aid. For example, our country in COVID period, our country is sending humanitarian aid. What is the meaning of humanitarian aid? Aid means help. Our country is sending humanitarian aid. Aid means what is the meaning of the aid? Aid means we help send food or supplies to help one another, other persons, to the worst affected countries. If the condition is not good, as a human being, our country is sending humanitarian aid. That means we helps them on humanitarian ground. That is important matter. Humanitarian means altruist also. Altruist. 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 Philanthropist also. He devotes service to the human being. And he is also the quality of benevolent, who has the quality of benevolent, benevolent. The quality of benevolent person, that type of person has a humanitarian person. He is a good person. The quality of generous, GENEROS. The quality of generous person, who has the good quality, positive quality, pleasant quality, that type of person is a humanitarian. The opposite is a self-centered person. It is not a good quality. That type of person is not useful to the society. Self-centered person is not useful to the society. He is a selfish man. Self-concerned person. Selfish persons, they do not participate in any human service, fellow service. He is not a humanitarian. It is opposite of selfish. Selfish person is opposite of humanitarian. Self-centered person. That is the meaning of the humanitarian. and then usage is also given by the students. Usage, she is known for her humanitarian efforts. Efforts means deeds, work, to service. He is well known to the society. He is always doing service for the human beings. He is a great humanitarian person. She is a great humanitarian person. She is known for her humanitarian efforts. He is well known to the society, who is doing service for the society, for fellow being. That is a good quality. That is a good person. We all become humanitarians. So that is the important, my dear students. And then next word is astronaut. What is the meaning of astronaut? Astronaut, what is the meaning of the astronaut? Someone trained to travel. Someone trained to travel. He is an astronaut. A person operates a spacecraft also, not only travel. He is a pilot. He is a pilot also. Pilot also. Pilot also. Astronaut means a person who is trained to travel spacecraft. That type of person is called astronaut. Cosmonaut, N-A-U-T, he is also synonym, cosmonaut. A person who travel beyond the Earth's atmosphere. That is the meaning. Beyond the Earth. Beyond the Earth. That person is called astronaut. Yeah, he is a aerospace. He is a Apollo. That is, he is a space person. Space person or spaceman. Aerospace. That type of person is called astronaut. A person who is trained to travel in a spacecraft is called astronaut, my dear students. And one more word, cosmonaut also same meaning. Cosmonaut, he is traveling in airspace. Apollo, 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 Apollo. It is a spacecraft. And then, my dear students, and usage also is given. Kalpana Chawla, important. Kalpana Chawla is one of the greatest women astronauts, among the astronauts. Kalpana Chawla is one of the greatest women astronauts. She is traveling in spacecraft. A person who is trained to travel in a spacecraft, that person, that woman, Kalpana Chawla, is a great woman. We should remember always. And then next word. What is the next one word substitutes, my dear students? This word is cartographer. What is the meaning of the cartographer? Cartographer. What is the meaning of the cartographer? The one who makes or charts. It is already over, that we should not discuss this one. In previous class I had explained you already. And then the florist, we should show, it is not explained. A florist. What is the meaning of the florist? Someone who sells or grows flowers. Florist to flower. You should remember that. He studies and writes about flowers also, not only selling and growing. He has functions, 4 functions. Selling, growing, writing about flowers, and studying also. Selling, growing flowers, selling flowers, growing flowers, studies about the flowers, writing about the flowers. These qualities, so many qualities are the florist means. F-L-O-R-E-S-T, florist. A person who sells and arranges flowers, whose job involves arranging and selling flowers. A person who works in a shop that sells flowers and plants for inside the house. For example, I walked into a beautiful into a beautiful florist shop. Florist shop. It is a possessive case. Florist shop. I walked into a beautiful florist shop. This is the one of the usage. For example, he sold flowers. Florist, what is the duty of the florist? He has done so many activities. He is selling flowers, he is growing flowers, he is studying flowers, he is writing about the flowers. He sold flowers and ornamental plants also. That is one more meaning. Ornamental, O-R, ornamental plants also, not flowers. Ornamental plants he is selling also. That means the person who is not only selling but also selling the ornamental plants, he is called a florist. For example, an attractive. For example, the florist. I will write one example. The florist made up an attractive bouquet. An attractive bouquet. B-O-U-Q-U-E-T. It is more important. In spell B, it has been asked. It pronounced bouquet or bouquet. Both are correct. Bouquet, that means O is silent. When you pronounce bouquet, U is silent. Both pronunciation are correct. T is mainly silent. Bouquet or bouquet. What is the meaning of bouquet? For example, the florist made up an attractive or beautiful, an excellent bouquet. What is the meaning of bouquet? What is the meaning of bouquet? B-O-U-Q-U-I-E-T. Bouquet means B-O-U-Q-U-Q-U-T-S. Q-U-E-T. Bouquet. Bouquet means, what is the meaning of bouquet? An attractively arranged a bunch of flowers. That is meaning. A bunch of flowers. A bunch of flowers. It is a collective noun. A bunch of flowers especially are presented as a gift. We are generally giving gift for the officials when arranging the meeting, a bouquet. It is a bunch of flowers presented as a gift. That is the meaning of that sentence, and usage also is given here. Harry is my favorite florist. Harry is a proper noun. He is my favorite florist. He sells for flowers. He studies about flowers. He is decorated ornamental plants also he is selling. That florist, and I like how he gives unique. It is important, not unique. U-N-I-Q-U-E. Unique. We should pronounce second syllable. We should give a long vowel. We utter the word. Correct pronunciation. Unique. What is the meaning of unique? Unique facts. Fact means truth. Unique means being the only one of its kinds, unlike anything. Peculiar. Unique means peculiar. Unique means unusual. Unique means special. Unique. A special fact. Unique means a strange. S-T-R-A-N-G. A strange. Harry is my favorite florist. And I like how he gives unique facts. Unique ante, that means strange, peculiar, and unusual. It is a special fact about what every flower symbolizes. He decorated like that. That is the meaning of the florist, and unique also, my dear students. Please understand. And then we go to next from last second, ninth one. That is the one word substitutes. That one word substitute is more important word. It has been asked in many competitive exams and academic. Calligrapher. Calligrapher. Calligrapher means someone with a beautiful handwriting, a decorative handwriting. That type of person, that type of man is called calligrapher. Calligrapher who is skilled, skilled, skilled. In what profession is skilled? The art of calligraphy. Calligraphy. The art of calligraphy. A person who has the art of writing beautifully. He is writing beautifully. That is the person. That means a person who is skilled at an art of calligraphy. But we do know calligraphy. What is the calligraphy? What is the definition of calligraphy? Calligraphy is a process. It is also an art, a decorative handwriting, and calligraphy means the art of producing decorative handwriting or lettering with a pen or brush. That is the calligraphy. The meaning of calligraphy. First we know the calligraphy. Why should we know the calligraphy? The definition is a person who is skilled at the art of calligraphy. The definition of calligraphy is the art of producing, PRODUCING, the art of producing beautiful handwriting, beautiful, BEAUTIFL, beautiful handwriting. That is calligraphy. For example, there is some wonderful, there is some wonderful calligraphy in those old manuscript. It is also one word substitute, manuscript. Manuscript, SCRIPT. What is the meaning of manuscript? Manuscript means handwriting. And one more usage we have. I started as a calligrapher and then became a tattoo artist. First his profession is as a professional person. He started as a calligrapher and then became a tattoo artist. Tattoo means putting the hands on your body also, designing. That is called tattoo artist. At the beginning he is a calligrapher and then he became a tattoo artist. That is the meaning of that sentence. And last one, please listen 5 minutes or I will complete this class. My dear students, please listen carefully and understand these one word substitutes. This is the 4th session. In this session I will completed 10 words I will be completed. This is the 10th one in this session. That means I have completed 40 one word substitutes. This is the fourth one, part 4. In part 1 10, part 2 10, part 3 10, part 4 10. Total 40 one word substitutes I have completed, my dear student. The last one is we have well known already students have well known this word. That word is invigilator. Invigilator means the supervising person during an examination. The supervising person during an examination. That means to keep watching, especially to supervise or monitoring. Is a supervisor or monitor a person whose job is to watch the students taking an examination in order to check that they are not cheat. That means he is observing whether students are writing his own or copying. This is the duty of the invigilator. A person whose job is to watch the students taking an examination in order to check them, to watch them, to supervise them, to monitor them. That is the duty of the invigilator. And my dear students, this is a well-known word. All of you already we have listened this word. It is not a new word or hard word or difficult word. And if you need more additional, for example, one usage. If you need the invigilator, one of the chief examiner, chief or department officer said to, if you need more additionals, we instruct the students, chief, if you need more additionals, please ask the invigilator. Please ask the invigilator. That means it is one of the usage only. The invigilator supervises students during the examination. That is the definition, invigilator, and then usage also. The invigilator is too lazy. It is rarely occurring. Generally, invigilators are very active, not lazy. But here the usage is given, the invigilator is too lazy to even check the students in the back. That generally the duty of the invigilator is checking the students before commencement of the examination. And always be alert and active in the examination up to completed the examination. Okay, my dear students, all of you goodbye. All of you goodbye, each and everyone. Thank you, everyone. I have completed this session.